I have a serious question for you guys.
Sure thing. Fire away.
What is it?
All right. Do you guys ever get in the shower and think, I need to shit right now, but you also really don't want to get out of the shower? So you're just kind of in there like you really got to shit, but you're also like, man, I don't want to have to dry off and do all that.
I don't see the issue.
I
ever
have
happened
been
to
in
you?
this situation multiple times.
That happened to me
Yeah.
very recently, so that's why I wrote that down.
Anyway, welcome to
This is
Basement
our
Boys
intro.
Podcast.
welcome to the podcast. That's our level of expertise right there.
I am Joe, and this is...
I'm Harry.
That's-
You guys seen my virginity? I appear to have lost it. Anyways,
What? Wait, what? I didn't even follow that logically.
have you guys seen my virginity? I appear to have lost it.
Oh, god damn it.
Anyway, and the last member is...
I'm Cade, and that was a good bit right there. I tell you what.
I keep reaching for the animal crackers because I
Joe.
want to eat them.
Joe, if you eat those damn animals, no,
Do you want a...
put it.
Oh, God, no. Oh.
Good luck editing that.
Joe's eating his animal crackers like a goddamn monster.
They're good.
I told him when he was getting them out of the vending machine, if they have frosting on them, that's A-okay. But if you're getting normal animal crackers, that's a waste of money.
Even if they don't,
Cade.
they're good, Cade.
At me on Twitter.
Cade.
I don't have a
Seriously,
Twitter.
leave your comments. Leave your comments.
You've just killed our like ratio.
Yeah, we are. You've made us demonetized.
Leave a like if you
You have
disagree with me.
demonetized us.
Oh, yeah.
And if you agree with him.
Yeah. If you
agree, disagree, or have no opinion, leave a like.
also subscribe and ring the bell, and also check out our Patreon that doesn't exist yet.
We just
and leave
fucking started.
and leave
Buy our merchandise.
and leave a comment and share this with your friends.
Oh, my... We just started.
Dollar Shave Club.
Use
you
our
guys
code
are-
on Audible.shave Club.
Audible.shave Club. There's like the Dollar Shave Club YouTube channel, and they're sponsored by Audible. So it's like,
Man.
oh
Wait,
god,
wait, no. Are they actually?
no. That's like like what you said. That sounds like that would be a thing.
Man, this description sure is tough to write, but if only I had Grammarly.
Oh yeah, what the fuck is it? It's literally just autocorrect, right? That
Yeah,
shit.
but-
Yeah,
Worse.
pretty much.
What? It's free. Like autocorrect is free. Why are they making a paid thing?
Because money.
But no one will buy it.
Because Silicon Valley.
But no one will buy it.
You
So
mean,
it doesn't even make sense.
They obviously are still making ads for it, so
Audible, am I right, guys?
man, Audible really makes me feel like I have a really huge dick. So
have no
subscribe.
I have no words, Kate.
Okay, well, you fucking figure out how to edit this in post. But anyway, fucking what was it? Oh yeah. So I understand like the speech to text shit where you say it and it fucking writes it down.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that makes sense. But the basically paying for autocorrect, how the fuck does anyone fall for that except old people?
I think
Surprisingly, yes.
I think
Why?
Grammarly, like they say, like they're slightly better. Like
Thank you, Windows
This
10.
podcast brought to you by Windows.
all right, I'll cut that little noise bit out. I think Grammarly, like they say that they do more than just autocorrect. Like they'll like give suggestions like to use like better words automatically, like improve your vocabulary or like change your grammatical structure. And the Microsoft Word has been like starting to do that recently. Like newer versions of Word, like compared to like the older ones, like years past, like they didn't do that. But it's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't have used like all those words and you can just use this one simple word. It's like, oh, okay. So I think Grammarly is like, hey, we do that and like maybe like a few more things. So that means you should give us whatever their fee is. How much do they charge?
Like $400. The paranoid part of me is
I think it's
thinking
pretty
I don't want them to like change the words if I didn't choose a specific word. I don't know. Like I don't like them changing
Well, like it
what I'm
shows
saying.
you when it's doing it.
Still, I don't know. Something about the paranoid part of me is like they're going to influence the masses.
I'm gonna look up how much Grammarly costs. and depending on how
I
expensive,
mean, I know it's not right. Like, yes.
depending on how expensive it is, and we'll call them hack frauds and shit on their brand.
Yeah, let's burn this bridge.
We did a lot of shitting on brands on this podcast. Like in the last episode, we
brands fucking
totally
suck.
trashed on Apple for being a piece of shit, rightfully so. And now we're like, hey, you know what? Let's make fun of Grammarly.
Welcome to the late stage podcast.
Welcome to the communist podcast where rich people are gay.
And they need to give it to us.
That joke was in bad taste. Man, you know...
Really? That joke was in bad taste?
No, well, yeah, sure. Grammarly does a really good job of hiding the fact that they charge money. Guys, do a funny improv thing while I'm looking this up. Joe, you're a middle-class man who's trying to get...
I want to die.
That's pretty good, but I haven't given any details yet.
And that's a middle-class man's all we needed.
You're a middle-class man, and you're working for Harry, who is your boss, and you're trying to get days off so you can care for your sick wife who is giving birth to Jesus. And then Harry, you're not about that. You're trying to get him in there because the holiday season's just around the corner, and we need all the help you can get. All right, Joe.
What holiday was before? Like,
boss. My son's the Antichrist. I need a week off.
But not that. No, wait, why? Wait, what? You both fucked that up. First of all, you're giving birth to.
What you said made any sense.
You're giving birth to Jesus, Joe, not the Antichrist. And why did you sound like a rustling chip bag?
Donald Duck.
Why is my boss Donald Duck? Why am I giving birth to Jesus?
Why are we doing any of this?
Because I need to find out how much Grammarly costs. Give me time, damn it. All right, Joe, go. Jesus, baby, now.
Okay, Jesus is on the way, boss. I need days off so I can raise him so he isn't a shithead.
Jesus is on the way. When's he getting here?
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Today's Monday.
Yeah, she's giving birth right now. She's in the back room. I have this hatchet. You know what to do.
What the fuck?
I haven't found it yet. Keep going.
No, we're
Jesus
done.
Christ, it's $30 a month. Fuck that.
It's a subscription-based autocorrect?
Okay, hold on. Grammarly Premium monthly costs $30 per
ignore
month.
The whole. Okay, sure.
Grammarly Premium quarterly subscriptions costs $19.98 per month. Blah blah blah. Oh, annuals, it's $11.60. Okay, all right, I see. So yeah, basically they're a bunch of money hungry frauds who are selling autocorrect for $30 a month. Guys, if you have Grammarly, don't have Grammarly. Just use Microsoft Word.
There's literally you just get it for free if you have a computer.
Oh no, wait. Word costs money, doesn't it?
No, it does. Not if you have Windows.
Oh really?
I don't think it. I think it just comes with Windows.
Basically,
but if you have a Mac or something, you gotta buy it.
Don't use a fucking grammar improver as a crutch.
Yeah,
that too.
Unless it's free.
You want to write better, learn to write better.
Also, vaccinate your kids.
Oh, Joe, don't bring politics into this.
How is that political?
Is this political?
It's medical.
Like, it's a fact that they don't cause autism. Vaccinate your fucking kid. You know what? If there's someone here who's an anti-vaxxer, either change or leave right now.
Yeah, and I think we should elect Hillary Clinton in 2020.
Oh, God.
No, that's political. Let's not go there.
Oh,
I neither retract nor not retract my statement, just to stay neutral.
But seriously, I had a statistics test today, and like one of the questions was, does vaccines cause autism? Like that was one of the questions.
Please flame K's Twitter, not us.
I don't have a Twitter, but wait, or do I?
I've never had Twitter.
And wait, this was on a statistics test?
Yeah, because we were talking about it. Like, I think they had turned it into a statistics problem somehow. I don't fucking remember. I'm tired, but it was straight up about it.
1% of recorded cases gave autism. Prove them right.
Autism in my child? It's less likely than you think.
If you don't vaccinate your fucking kids. Seriously.
Yeah, this has been a Basement Boys PSA Vaccinate your kids.
Apparently, some kids who are like old enough now to realize they need it, but whose parents are anti-vaxxers, are like Googling, how do I get vaccinated without my parents knowing?
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Because they realize their parents are fucking morons.
That's actually really funny.
It's fucking sad.
It's both funny and sad. It's one of those things.
It's like the same thing. It's like the same thing as like you're young and like you first figure out about porn. You're like, oh, geez, this is great, but I don't think my parents should figure it out. It's like, oh, man, I really don't want to have a disease, but I don't want my mom to know.
I really don't want to die, but my parents seem really intent on it.
Man, we really live in a society, you know? And yet, we also vaccinate us in a society, too. That's all I got, folks. Thanks for watching.
People are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Including us. But some
I
people
agree.
in much
Everyone's a
more
little
stupid
idiotic
ways.
in their own way.
Yeah.
How's about we take the off ramp off this topic?
We ride on the segue of get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, let's find a less heated topic. So abortions, no.
Yeah.
How about
Yeah. You guys remember silly bands?
Yeah, those were really stupid, I think. But we liked them anyway.
Yeah. I those were like when I was like in 5th grade or so. And I wonder if that like only pertains to like elementary students.
I don't know. Are they still a thing? Are they still popular in elementary schools or no?
No, I think it was just like maybe like a 1 or 2 year thing, and then they just kind of died out, and then fidget spinners came along like 10 years
God.
later. Not 10 years later, but yeah, you know.
Remember Go-Go's? Did you ever have those?
No. Wait, no.
Those were like it was like Go-Go's Crazy Bones or something. It was like these little bean-shaped figures or something you collect, and there was some fucking game where you would like flick them and try to hit other people's fingers.
Yeah, I do remember those.
Like I had a shit ton of those.
y'all remember fucking Bakugan?
Yeah, that's too mainstream. Get that shit out of here.
I wouldn't say Bakugan
They
was
had
that
a TV
mainstream.
show.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
had like
shit
one
one.
season.
I think they had like 3. I don't know.
They were all shit. Let's move on.
I agree. Anime is garbage, and if you watch it, then actually, you know, I don't really care. I've seen lots of animes. I'm just
You went 180 on that.
I'm bluffing.
You're Todd, the guy who hates anime.
Yeah, Harry, what's your favorite anime?
Corey in the
Arrow
house.
manga? No.
Joe, that was the most epicest, top kekest joke I think I've ever heard, dude. High five.
What do you say?
No, not even ironically, I
Joe,
don't deserve the high
we
five.
just broke the internet, dude. High five.
What do you say?
He said that his favorite anime is Corey in the House. Isn't that funny stuff, dude?
All right, it sucks. Let it go, for fuck's sake.
No, I'm not being mean. I'm just, you know,
I know,
just
I know.
get the cross.
Hans getting so luga.
Fake high five.
They gotta hear it on the capture. Joe, you want a high five?
You're far away.
You
Okay,
and
we
your
got it.
fucking weak ass forearms, Jesus.
We got it.
We're
No,
far
Joe
away.
was throwing me off. He like hesitated. He was like, and I'm like, you want to just go for it?
Well, there's a microphone in the fucking way.
Anyway, Harry, what's your favorite? Not podcast. What's your favorite anime?
Yeah, what's your favorite podcast?
We know your
Not this
favorite
shit,
podcast
right?
is the Basement Boys podcast, but please.
My favorite anime. Well, the fucking.
We'll be right back when Harry figures it out. Okay, thanks for waiting. His favorite anime is JoJo. Joe, what's your favorite anime?
I mean, I don't really...
Don't make us take another commercial break. Say one right now.
We'll be right back after this thought.
Fuck.
No. It's... I don't really watch anime. Probably, I guess, Dragon Ball Z then. I'll be the fucking normie of the group.
Queen.
You know, I actually haven't even seen Dragon Ball Z.
It's good, except that every episode... What could happen in one episode happens in 30. Minus that, it's good.
That's what I've heard.
There's an infamous, like Frieza just
Yeah,
goes,
that literally-
this planet will explode in 5 minutes, and the fight lasts 7 episodes.
Well, is it all like in slow motion or something?
No, it's all normal. It's just
In
pacing.
5 minutes.
I think the reason they did that is they were releasing it alongside the
hours
manga, and they
later.
had to wait for the manga to be out before they could do certain plot points. So they just had a shit ton of like pacing and
just
just filler.
Talking
That's
is
anime in
think that's
general.
why they did it.
Just filler.
talking is just a free action in anime. Let's move on.
Yeah,
That's true. Whenever you start talking in an anime, time freezes.
Pretty much.
That's why everyone
It does,
stands.
yeah.
That's why everyone stands still. Just
never-
kidding. That's the shitty animation. What's my favorite anime? I don't even think I have one.
Just hiding like a waifu
Chowder.
pillow in your backpack right now.
I guess I'd say the first one I watched, I think, was Future Diary. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one.
Future. Oh, it's the,
Never heard of it.
the one with that. It's that one with that insane girl, isn't it?
Yeah, it's you know the one girl, like the one with pink hair, like knife, like totally crazy psycho bitch. That's
Okay,
like,
I've seen.
I'll do anything for
That's
you.
an actual anime.
Yeah,
I've seen like on the internet, like fucking just I've in the sidebars I've seen cringy, just like check out this sped up song. It has like an anime girl with like a knife, and I
does she have pink hair?
Maybe, I don't know. I didn't realize that was an actual anime. I thought that was just like cringy fan art or something.
Yeah, nope. It's from that, but I think I forget when it
God.
came out, but that pretty much I don't know if it started like the whole like.
What's it actually about?
Okay.
Well, you have to watch to find out.
Well, I'm never gonna do that.
All right. Yeah. What's up?
Do you
what's up, Harry?
remember? Do you remember that fucking really cringy, like pseudo animation we found? That was like
Yes.
it was the Swedish House Mafia. Like,
No,
don't you
wait.
worry, child. And it's just in the background. It's just like this cringy sprite art of this girl committing suicide.
Oh yeah, we stumbled
What?
we stumbled upon a video where it was like it uses like a
It was like a
free shitty like flash animating thing, kind of like what are those things on YouTube with a Caillou, like Caillou, you are grounded for 5,000 years. It's
What?
that
Like the shitty Garfield animations.
No.
Garfield.
It was basically made in Go Animate, and
Yeah, go animate. Yeah, that sounds right.
the background it was basically kind of a music video for "Don't You Worry, Child" by Swedish House Mafia, but in the background it's just like these pixel art chibi characters telling a story of like someone dying and then like their child getting abused.
And it's just like the most basic looking like flash animation possible, like with very cringy looking like personas, and it's just like it's like speech bubbles like appear like I can't go on.
It's
Oh my god, that just made me remember something. Okay,
it's
so
written like what a fucking fourth grader thinks angst is.
you guys know those like fucking what was it? You guys know the storytime like animators on YouTube and all that shit, right? Where it's just like animators and this happened in my life, and there'll usually be some sort of very basic animation to go along with it type thing.
Yeah.
Jane Animations.
Yeah.
all that.
Oh yeah.
She's actually good. Same with the Odd Ones Out. Check them out if you haven't. I imagine you have though, because they're much more popular than us. But
Yeah, you're welcome, Jaden and James. We
Have
shouted
our-
you out. You're welcome.
have our 3
you owe
viewers.
everything to us. Please give us money.
You know that one subscriber that you got 5 minutes ago? That was us.
Yeah, that was not a fan of ours. We literally just subscribed. But anyway, I saw. I don't remember his name. If I did, I wouldn't even say it because I don't want to give the guy shit. But like, there was one where it was like. First off, he changed everyone's name, which is good, but he changed it to like anime names.
Oh, no.
So
Oh,
that,
no.
like, it was like fucking. I can't even remember.
Kazuto Mirichi
It was something like that, and it was like,
Yamuro Yamate Kayo.
and all of it was like. And the style was sort of like anime, but sort of American animation. It was like that weird sort of mix where it actually doesn't look bad, but you can just sort of tell, okay, whatever.
Like Avatar or something like that.
yeah, sort of like that.
Or like
I
it has
guess.
like the anime art
Except-
style, but like the animation is
Except
actually
it's
good.
on the budget of like a YouTube animator, but yeah.
Oh.
So it was that, and some of the videos, it was just like about his time in middle school. And middle school sucks for everyone, but just he was like really over dramatizing some things. I think, at least, I don't know, but from what I saw, it was like at one point I broke my arm and I waved to everyone in my class, and none of them waved back, and it was just so fucking like blown out of proportion.
What?
Like if you know the
Did
guy,
he wave his broken arm?
what?
Never mind.
No, he waved his non-broken arm, and it was just shit like that, and it was, I don't know. Like, if you actually know the videos, don't give the guy shit or anything.
One
but
time-
it was just, it's so weird to me.
One time I was in biology class and I sneezed and no one said bless you. Here I go again on my own.
crawling in my skin. One time I dropped my pencil. No one gave it back.
Yeah. One time my pencil fell off my desk next to Stacy's chair, and she didn't bend down and pick it up and give it back to me. That soul-sucking bitch!
Okay.
It's just so... Oh, God.
The only story time famous thing I remember was like some like thought on YouTube. It was like, he fucked me with a toothbrush.
Oh, yeah, that. Fuck,
I'm
what's
like,
her name?
sure
What?
thing.
I think it's that Tana Mongeau or something.
I don't care.
Yeah, she got in some beef with iDubbbz because they were fighting over something, and iDubbbz just wrecked her.
She started.
Oh, yeah.
She started a convention that like sent 3 people to the hospital.
Yeah.
I would
She made something to compete with VidCon, and it just was a complete disaster.
I would reference what iDubbbz did to her at some convention, but it's not exactly advertiser friendly. So
It's really not.
you guys can go look that up.
iDubbbz
We need
is
a
an advertiser friendly.
We need a certain pass to say it anyway.
What if easy would be for like a black man just set up like a little
Where are
like
you
a little
going with this, Kate?
Well, let me hold on. He's like sets up like a little stand like on the corner of like a street. Like a little
I
table,
think I know where you're going.
and he sells N-word passes for like $2. It's like sweet.
I am 100% convinced he would get shut down, but also sell out.
Shut down by who?
Idiots. The idiots would shut him down, but he would
police.
also sell out. Like everyone would buy one.
Oh, you got a license for that vendor?
Oh, yeah, cut. You got a license for that vending?
In Australia?
You gotta buy a license for that N-word pass? Fuck's sake.
God.
Like, you could. I wonder if if you set it up in like a very prominently white city, you might get a couple sales.
Yeah, like if people actually unironically buying it, like, can I say it now? And then they get the shit beat out of them.
I'd buy one.
I'd buy it for the meme.
Yeah, just for the joke. Like,
Yeah, I wouldn't actually try to say it.
no, I would. I'd like.
No. Can you imagine going to like a predominantly like black neighborhood, saying like the word really loudly, and then when people come up to you, just hold up like a shitty looking pass?
Yeah, that's what I'm
It's
talking
my
about.
shield.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I'd totally say it. And then I'd be like, the fuck you just say? I'm like, no, it's okay, bro. I got the pass. And he just beats the shit out of me anyways. I'm like,
Yeah, he just-
that was totally worth it. I hope somebody was filming.
Oh god.
Man.
It's like the shit those what was it? I think they were called Ock TV or something. They were like YouTube pranksters, and they just go into like the ghetto or something, and they just fuck with people and be assholes and call it pranks. Like at one point,
That's most prank channels in general.
at one point he walked up to someone and he was like, "Hey, nice shoes. Can I step on them?" And the guy just looks at him like, "I will fucking kill you."
That's not even a prank.
Yeah, he doesn't even respond, and so then he steps on his shoes. They just start beating the shit out of him. He's like, "It's a joke. It's a joke."
Nice feet, liberal. Mind if I smell that?
Hey guys, it's Ben Shapiro here. I noticed that you have some very sexy looking feet. Do you mind if I sniff them? Regards, Ben Chaperone.
Ben Sharpanero.
Ben Sharp Pepperoni.
Benedict Sharpie marker. What kind of shoes was the guy wearing?
I don't know. I don't get buying. They were white. That's all I know.
Were they clean as shit, bruh?
They actually were.
Were they?
They were
did
unnaturally
he
clean.
cop those? What's the good old
They-
word for shoes?
Shoes.
Jordans. Is that it?
I think there's like a general term for it. Welcome to the White Boys podcast. Where,
I think that was established the first second of
no,
the
but
first
like
episode.
extra white.
Welcome to the Cultural Appropriation Podcast.
Welcome to the Please Don't Call Us Racist podcast.
Welcome to the You Know I'm Not Racist, but podcast.
All right, I think it's about time we break out that ideas sheet.
Yeah.
We don't have an idea sheet.
You said you had an idea
Said
sheet.
you had ideas.
Wait, guys, I got an idea. How about you leave an idea for us to talk about in the comment section below?
It's
Yeah,
gonna be
yeah,
like
that-
something racist.
This isn't a live stream, Kate.
What are you talking? That was the joke.
Yeah, well, I know.
Oh, I thought you meant for like a future video.
You can do that too. Hey, if you guys want us to talk about something, we may or may not talk about it. If you leave us a kizzity comment in the cozity comment section, busity below, hashtag comments.
Spiritual miracle.
Spherical.
It's spherical. Oh god, I want that prop so badly. The fucking game sphere. I would pay actual money to get it.
I wonder why no one has made like a spherical gaming console or computer.
Because why? What would be the point?
Because it looks cool.
It
We
would be
barely have
incredibly
curved
impractical.
TVs.
That's a good
Oh
point.
yeah, Harrison. The last time I talked to you, I don't know if it's still true. You didn't know what the Game Sphere was.
Yeah, I didn't.
Do you still
Do you
not know
know
what
now?
it is?
Nope, I got no.
How do you? Did you have a childhood?
What show is it from?
Drake and Josh.
Yeah, I didn't watch Drake and Josh.
I never
didn't have a
thought
childhood.
that'd be so.
What?
Found a
Found a
All I
way.
watched as a kid was bass boosted SpongeBob YouTube poops. Like,
That actually does explain some things.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah. I watched a little bit of Drake and Josh. It's basically like in one of the episodes, Josh like he orders like a gaming console, and
It's
he's like,
clearly
"It's the
supposed-
game sphere. It's spherical," and then he holds it out and gestures at it and goes, "Spherical!" and then the laugh track plays.
Very clearly supposed to be the GameCube, but
I never thought about
you
that.
never put that together.
I feel like I did at one point, but I forgot about it, and then I made the revelation again.
I do
just
remember.
now.
I do remember. It took me a long time to put that together because I was an idiot kid.
Oh, another product that they wanted to have in their show, but they couldn't because of copyright reasons, was the DS, the Nintendo DS.
What did they call it?
It was like Josh like took it away from Maggie, and she was like, "Give me back my Pingendo GS."
Oh my fucking god!
As a kid, I was like,
Really?
"Wow, really? You couldn't just make up something original?"
from
Really?
the Isles of Lajan.
What the fuck? That's like a something you say as a joke about a TV show.
My Wintrendor
My Bim
GS.
Bembo or something. Oh god. I remember I never thought about it as a kid. I always thought, Megan, she's always like fooling them and like shit, or just fucking with her brothers. That's funny. And now I'm like, she was a sociopath. Like she
Oh,
was
yeah.
very clearly a sociopath.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Who had like actual like a secret laboratory and shit, and would just like fuck with them to extreme extents.
Dude, wait, guys, I just nice sneeze. I just thought of a totally groundbreaking Drake and Josh / iCarly theory. All right.
Oh, let me guess. Spencer is the crazy Steve. No, the completely original theory.
But hold on. So here's the thing. You know how you said that Megan is a sociopath? What if she has multiple personality disorder, and she develops a new personality that she calls Carly, and then one day
Kills her whole family.
One day she finally cracks. She kills Drake, Josh, and their parents, and then
Escapes the
she's wandering the city just on a crazy, like, she doesn't know what to do anymore because she thinks she's Carly.
Finds Crazy Steve.
Yeah, Crazy Steve is walking home from work.
And they escape to Seattle.
And they're like, "Hey, Crazy Steve, I'm so lost. I don't know what to do." He's like, "Me too." I'm sorry about that.
Meanwhile, the afterlife is sweet life on deck.
And so they embrace in their
Is that an actual theory?
No.
they embrace in their craziness, and they move to Seattle, and then they start iCarly, and that's it. That's my theory.
The one issue, I know this is a completely stupid and not real theory, but one thing that actually does throw a hole in it is that I think they call her dad on that show, and he's like a Marine.
Wait, who?
They call Carly's dad on iCarly in one episode. I don't know why I know this. They call her dad in a few episodes, and he's like a
yeah.
Marine in a submarine. Unless maybe it's like the case where like she's crazy and there's no one on the other end. Ooh!
Yeah, that's a pretty good story. Yeah, because she killed her father, and so she made up some father who can never come home because he's in the military.
Can you imagine if fucking what's her name? Who played Carly? What's her name?
Miranda Cosgrove.
Right, can you imagine if she fucking like sees this and she's just like, who the fuck are these guys?
Yeah. Like she hits her head, she's like, "Josh, Drake, where'd you go?"
No, I was talking about if she listened to this podcast, heard this theory, and was like, I want a restraining order.
There was the only thing I remember from iCarly was the movie where, like,
they had a
some
movie.
dude kidnaps them and leaves them in the middle of the wilderness to stop them from going to a vlogging like award show.
I don't remember.
I
that.
vaguely remember that.
The only,
They were in a car, so they were fine. But
the only iCarly movie I remember was like the crossover they did with the Victorious show,
God, why?
which was another attempt. Like, we got teens and they're good at singing and they're all attractive except for the one who's not attractive because he's the geek character, and they all
Wasn't
do
even he
teen
attractive
stuff.
in the show?
Huh?
Wasn't even he attractive in that show?
Who?
The geek character. I never watched Victorious.
That's what I said. Like, he's not attractive because that doesn't fit his character.
No, I'm saying wasn't he still attractive anyway?
No.
I don't even know what he fucking looks like. I've never seen the
I
show.
forget his name, and I remember what he looks like, and he wasn't. He was the one with the puppet.
I think he just looked, I don't fucking know, average, I
don't
guess,
know.
if I remember.
Let's stop talking about like mediocre Nickelodeon sitcoms.
Let's talk about good shows. You guys, I'm assuming, watched The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy when you were a kid, right?
Yeah.
Not very
Yes.
often, no.
That was my shit.
I only
love-
saw like a few episodes, and it was like well into the series where like there were so many characters and like things going on. Like I don't know what's happening.
It's not Game of Thrones.
I love
It's not like connected.
I loved the episode where, because Mandy smiled, the universe fell apart.
Oh yeah, she smiles and everything just blows up.
I have seen that clip. It's like
You messed with the natural order!
I have seen that. Yeah.
I loved their what was it, Harry Potter parodies. I actually saw those before I saw the actual Harry Potter, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" But I really liked them. They had to replace the voice actor for the Dumbledore ripoff, and like in one of the sequel episodes, they addressed it. Some kid was like, "Wait, you're not the headmaster," and they just had like Men in Black come out of nowhere and kidnap the kid,
Oh,
and
wow.
just take him away. And he's like, "Anyway, back to business."
Okay. Totally different topic change. What kind of impressions can you guys do?
None.
Are you sure?
Ahoy, SpongeBob! I've got heart disease.
I really can't do
That would be a good
impressions.
Mr. Krabs if he actually did have heart disease. Yeah.
Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker. Nah, I can't even do Filthy Frank, and that's an easy voice to do.
You just gotta pretend that you've smoked a lot.
Welcome to the rice fields, mother.
ravioli. What's in the pocket, Oli?
It's just a prank. It's just a prank, bro.
Listen, fellas, talking about Filthy Frank in 2019, that's a little cringy, so let's try and change the topic.
That is disturbingly good. Like, that is disturbing.
You gotta insert the voice cracks here and there, and then that completes a character, just like Joe Swanson. His voice like, Peter, hey, Peter. You know, Peter, I was at the police station, and one of my coworkers, he started licking on my feet. I only realized about 20,
Wait,
minute-
did you
20
say-
minutes after he started, because I can't feel my legs.
Did you say looking or licking?
He was licking my feet.
Okay, that's something.
Where's his
And
name,
then I
Joe?
quit.
What's his name, Joe?
His name was Quagmire.
His name was Michael Jackson.
He joined the police force like 2 days ago, and then he got fired because he was licking the officer's feet. It
How
was
Joe
Dan
met
Schneider.
Quagmire, the origin story. I can do, like, TV voices, like, next week on da-da-da-da-da. Like, that shit. That's really as much as I can do, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Try doing. Let me think of someone that you might. Be
Whatever
pretty good
this
at.
is, warning to the audience, I will butcher it.
Try fucking be SpongeBob.
I'm not even gonna try that. I just know that's gonna.
Well,
Hey, Patrick! No.
No.
hey, actually, in the current seasons, SpongeBob's voice is like really like high pitched, so that actually wasn't.
I can do that. Well, you just put me to shame.
I can do one more, and it's like the Russian Highlands.
The Krusty Krab, home of the heart disease.
Is there any voice you can't do, Cade?
I don't know. Throw some at me.
Billy and Mandy.
Am I the only one who understands the complexities of this cinematic masterpiece?
That's close, but that was more like Bling Bling from Johnny Test.
Bling Bling is like this, and he has sort of a lisp.
God, that show was awful and at the same time decent. It was
you-
weird.
Can you do Johnny Test's dad?
Johnny. No more skateboarding for 1 month.
God, that show was so horrible.
Johnny. You kind of sounded like Plankton in a way, just like
Except high pitch.
a little more high pitched.
Can you do Johnny Test himself?
Johnny Test, where is the secret formula for Susan Test?
I can never get over, like, oh my,
Yeah.
the fucking fan fiction.
Attention all bikini bottomers. SpongeBob is
Who are you being right now?
No, I'm trying to be Plankton. I can't do it.
Attention, all Bikini Bottom citizens. I'm going to say the N-word.
No, I was going for the Eggman, like, laser.
Oh, that's a great video.
I was gonna say
Let's
before
just-
we move
let's-
on.
let's not say
Well,
it.
before we move on, I
on,
was
do
gonna
it.
say
Okay.
earlier, like fucking, there's like, is there any actual show that doesn't have some sort of like cringy fucking fan fiction?
No.
Like, I'm trying to think, what would be the like fucking. There's probably a fucking like Teletubbies fan fiction out there.
Oh, God.
Probably, yeah.
I do not want to think about that, but it is just so. Oh god. I'm
like-
just imagining, and I don't want to.
It's like Teletubbies in the
God.
Battle of Stalingrad or something.
Oh, yeah, you're
It's
making
Teletubbies at the Battle of Stalin.
you're putting it in my head too.
Yeah, just oh god,
please,
yeah.
no.
That's
Let's change it. I would
nope,
change
Harry,
the topic
Harry,
so I don't have to think
Harry,
about
what
it.
did you want me to say in Plankton's voice?
Yeah.
The Eggman laser meme.
Attention, citizens of Bikini Bottom. Mr. Krabs has a small dick.
Oh, this, yeah. I
He
remember.
pissed on my
He
fucking
pissed
wife.
on my computer wife. So
Karen short-circuited.
Wait, she's already underwater.
Hey, if we're underwater, how can there be a... That's a good point, though. I mean, there are some waterproof electronics.
Yeah, but to
I wouldn't
work
put it.
on, like-
I wouldn't put it past Plankton.
Yeah,
What
but
about-
to work on like the circuits and like the hardware or anything, if you ever had to do repairs, she would just immediately break.
Actually, what was that? What was that water robot that Plankton built? The thing that looked like one of those giant cake basters.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
What?
It had like spider leg. It had like robotic spider legs and was like
Oh,
yeah, the water cooler.
yeah.
machine.
I do not
He
remember
built
this.
like a weird. I'll put a picture up of it. He built like a weird robot with like legs, like robotic legs, and like it's filled with water for some reason. I forget the plot of the episode.
It's filled with water underwater.
Hey, if we're yeah, it was.
I mean, there is deep water.
I forget the reason why, but
I guess it
don't
makes
know.
sense. It took me too long to figure this out, but Goo Lagoon is named Goo Lagoon because it's not water, it's goo. And that's why it's like underwater.
Goo
It's still a
Lagoon.
beach.
I mean, isn't there? Are there like actual underwater seas?
There are actually. There's like lakes under the ocean that's just made of stuff denser than water.
yeah, it's like a weird. I don't know the science of it, but yeah, there's like water with like, it's like different somehow. So there's like a different density, so like it flows on the floor of
The
like,
ocean.
on the lakes or the ocean.
That's-
Remember
Very
the
strange.
episode where Squidward's house came to life and tried to kill him multiple times?
Wait, like it walked, like the one where like it walked around a lot.
Yeah, it walked
Yeah,
around and it just
yeah.
tried to crush and kill him.
Oh, it
multiple
didn't come to
times.
life. He installed like a security system.
And, yeah, but then it fucked up, and,
And
this
then,
house was
like-
just like,
and
fuck
then-
you.
and it just kind of walked around and destroyed the town. And then Squidward was blamed for it. And and then the Nickelodeon executives were like, "Yes, we made Squidward miserable again. We're such good writers."
There was the
Is there ever been an
Oh.
episode where it just ended with him happy?
Sweet victory.
yeah,
True, yeah. The Super Bowl was last recording session.
Yeah, we recorded
Fuck, man.
yeah, as we said in the last podcast, we recorded right before the Super Bowl, and God, that was disappointing.
Hey,
Out of-
hey,
okay,
hey,
here's
hey.
the thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing.
The NHL pulled through though.
That's true.
Oh, yeah,
If
fucking-
you haven't seen it, at some hockey game, they actually played like the Sweet Victory clip, and
Credit to them, man.
It was
They-
it was really fun to watch.
But like, okay, here's the thing. If they had just played the first 3 seconds as like an intro to another song, I can sort of get that if they had something already prepared. But why, for the love of God, did it have to be sicko mode?
Because we had to connect to the youth, Joe. The
The
youth.
youth hate it. The youth hate
They don't know that.
I would have been better with nothing than
Yeah.
than a tease and then transitioning into like the worst fucking song of 2018.
There was like, it's like there's such a disconnect with some people and like the younger generation, which I guess includes us these days, because like, did you see the thing about like the CEO of YouTube said her kids hated YouTube Rewind?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy.
Susan
I'm so happy.
Susan Wojcicki. Wojcicki.
Susan Wazowski. She uploaded a video.
Wazowski.
A video.
Kay
And,
put a picture of Susan Wojcicki, but it's actually Michael Wojcicki with just blonde hair.
whoa, there he is. I'm gonna have to. Give
Or
that.
just-
Thanks a lot, Joe.
Or just flip me off and add the text "fuck you, Joe."
We'll see. She uploaded like a video, in like a February recap, and she was like,
YouTube actually broke a record that our YouTube Rewind for 2018 became the most disliked video on YouTube. Even my own children said that the video was cringy. It's very clear that we did not do a good job of accurately representing our community during that year, and we'll try better next time. I'm like, fuck off, Susan.
You're not
Here's
gonna
the
try
thing.
better
I like that
next
she
time.
tried to like address it, but it was still too corporate. She should have just been like, "We know it sucked. Sorry."
No, but then that would be admitting defeat.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
And corporations will kick and scream until they die before they admit defeat.
Are they actually thinking about removing the dislike button, or was that a joke?
They probably YouTube. I don't know. I've only seen like articles and people freaking out about it. It probably won't happen.
Oh yeah,
because
I know,
YouTube is very serious about like
image, just as image, I think.
just like
Even if it's shit at maintaining it.
they made liking and disliking because obviously you could like things and you can disliking things, and expressing your opinion is what you can do, and they did that. So totally removing the ability to represent your distaste for something in like a statistical way, I don't think that's what YouTube is gonna do. I know they've done a lot of things that might have conflicted with like their original view of just like broadcasting yourself, but I think liking and disliking is like a core element of YouTube that won't like disappear anytime soon.
Yeah, probably.
Watch me eat my words.
The second we upload this podcast, dislike button removed.
Yeah. Now no one
Which
can.
for us would be good.
Now no one
no
can
one-
dislike us. Yay!
Woo, everyone loves us.
Uh,
Apparently, like, the fucking, what was it, NFL uploaded the halftime show, and it got a shit ton of dislikes.
Yep. It's
And
like,
then they
So
had to
they took
re-upload
it
it.
down and re-uploaded it, and it got even more.
yeah, it's like it's still around 1 million now of this recording.
It's called the Diablo Immortal effect.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
I love when they announced that, and like a guy came up to the microphone. He's like,
Yeah.
"Is this some like early April Fool's joke?"
Yeah, I love that. That was so good.
And the guys on the stage who were like clearly like internally panicking, like, "Don't you guys have phones?" Like, you dumb bastards.
The whole audience was just fucking roasted them.
I don't
It was
even
so
care about
good.
Diablo, but I mean, I know mobile games are absolute trash.
No, remember when Valve announced their like card game? Like they were hyping it up, like it's a new IP from Valve, and everyone was excited. And then it was like Artifact, the Dota card game, and the
another
whole
goddamn
audience,
card game.
and the whole audience literally just went, "Oh!"
Did they really?
Yeah, there's
they
a clip
went-
where like it comes up the Dota card game, and you just hear the audience go, "No!" It's
I
so
want to
good.
I want to watch that now. I'm going to see if I can find a clip of that and put it in the video.
And then I think later it cut back to like the hosts doing it or something, and it was like maybe not immediately after. It was a little after people had time to comment and shit, and they were like, "We saw that. We saw you pretending to be upset." And it's just like, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Wow.
It was
Wow.
so-
They seriously said that?
some hostess said it. I think she just panicked, but it was just
Jesus.
so. We saw you pretending to be upset. Like, why? Why would people do that?
Oh my god. Jeez Louise.
Yeah. Corporate people can make some pretty poor decisions, but they can get away with it because they have money.
The one-
And although it may feel very gratifying to drop a dislike on the Super Bowl halftime or YouTube Rewind, it doesn't really change anything. It's
Way to fucking bring down the mood.
it's a sad truth.
It changes things somewhat.
I mean, if a ton of people don't like it, then it will
YouTube
change
Rewind's
something.
literally the most disliked video ever.
And
I think that
all
sent a
Susan
message.
said was, "We'll try better next time." And
Maybe they
and
will.
they won't. It'll probably be maybe not worse, but still bad and has political undertones and very cringy editing and stars and people no one cares about again.
I don't know how you can get worse than fucking
'Cause
baby.
Don't jinx it, for the love of God.
I kind of want it to get worse. I just want to see
A
how
small
bad it
part
can
of me
get.
wants it too, but still.
Yeah. YouTube is a very corporate, soulless place now, and it breaks our heart, which is why we decided to start a YouTube channel.
They've tried to make like competitors for YouTube, but they've all fucking failed. I think
They all
partly because
died.
YouTube is like fuck you and does everything they can to destroy them
Yeah, the only real
instead of bettering themselves.
VidMe.
yeah. What happened with VidMe, Harry? I forgot.
Oh yeah.
What's VidMe?
VidMe was like it. How does it work again?
I'm asking you.
It was like I think it was it was a pay.
Was it like a subscription type thing? Where you like paid them money monthly and you get access to a bunch of videos or something?
No, it wasn't like that. It was very much like YouTube, just I think they did monetization a bit differently. Like instead of like ad revenue, it was like for every view you got like a set certain amount of money.
Oh.
Like
Well,
like 1,000th of a cent or something.
Well, YouTube used to be all about if you can get plenty of views, then we like you and you're going to get a bunch of money. And that's when everybody started making clickbait channels, like filling up their thumbnails with like stuff like the red arrows and like the
boobs
circles
and shit.
and yeah, boobs and sexualized thumbnails and the titles like you won't believe this. Like everybody was doing it.
think
And YouTube was like, well, this is all just terrible content. So instead of that, let's just give them
Runtime, I think it was.
yeah, it became watch time.
No, I think VidMe was choosing their partners very carefully, though. Like very carefully. Like when it first launched, there were like 10, and Jane Animations was one of them.
Jaden.
Is Daily Motion still a thing?
Yes, it is.
Isn't
That's
that...
I mean, I would say that's our last solace, but I don't know if I could join Dailymotion. There's a lot
porn.
of stuff on that website and things. Porn
What about
and weird shit.
Vimeo?
Vimeo. That's
What even... Okay, I've heard the word Vimeo. I know basically it's a video thing. I don't know what it actually is. Do you just buy the videos? Is it like YouTube? How...
It's YouTube, but worse.
Oh. How can you be worse?
Yeah, how's it worse?
Like layout is. I mean, not worse from a business perspective. Worse from a technical perspective. Like everything is less intuitive.
Oh, so like the layout is bad.
Yeah, I think their video player is like
Oh,
years out of date. Like I forget. Or
Guys,
something.
remember... Do you guys ever watch that guy with the glasses?
you mean
Nostalgia critic.
I'm the nostalgia critic.
yes?
I remember I used to watch that a lot. He came to a place near where I lived, and I was going to meet him, but I ended up not going.
Oh man,
I don't really watch him anymore.
what a character. That's all I can say.
He does have some. He apparently did have a couple shitty business things, though, from what I understand.
Yeah, I heard there was a controversy about like one of their like managers or like major like owners of the company was like doing like some questionable things like harassing workers and stuff like that.
I was talking about that. I heard that it was something about, you know how they make those anniversary movies or whatever.
No.
They usually make a giant crossover anniversary movies where they had a bunch of different reviewers from their site all make a giant like couple hour long movie type thing.
They weren't paid. Some people suffered heat stroke.
Yeah, they weren't paid.
Oh, really?
Yep.
But the thing is, I think it was like, at first it sort of made sense because it was a much more lower budget thing. But by like the third one, it had become like not an actual movie, but like higher in production to the point where, and taking people's time to the point where it's like, okay, they should get paid, and they still weren't.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
I think there was a scene where.
Love you, Doug.
And I love you too, Joe.
I think there was a scene.
Future Cade put the Oni Animations Mario Paint Doug Walker picture up.
Okay. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, go ahead, Harry.
Who was the other guy on the Channel Awesome team? Like the other guy with glasses and a fedora?
Linkara?
It's his brother, Rob Walker. Is that his name?
No, not.
What did he review? If he reviewed comics, it was Linkara. He's actually good.
I think it was Linkara, yeah.
I still watch him
never mind.
occasionally.
I thought you were talking about like his brother.
There was like some controversy like during the development of the movies. That was like I think there was like this one scene that was horrifying where like the nostalgia chick was raped by Linkara or something.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, no. Hold on. I know what that is. What happened was it wasn't okay. I actually am aware of that controversy. It was a whole misinterpreted thing. What happened was it was like Linkara's robot, like evil robot double, because he has that for some reason, and he turned her into a robot, but everyone thought they were having sex.
That doesn't make it okay.
But he didn't rape her. He like turned her into a robot or something, and they never reveal how he did that, which I guess is a bit worrying. But I don't think it's.
I mean,
I don't know.
Take your brain out and put it in the robot contraption.
I mean, the controversy wasn't like.
I don't think in the actual plot of the story she's raped or anything, or it's like rape. But people assume they had sex for something. I don't know. I have no fucking clue.
The controversy wasn't that like wasn't like the actual plot. The controversy was like the actors were fucking horrified by even the insinuation of it.
Was it insinuated to be like rape?
It was very much insinuated.
Huh. I haven't seen it in forever. I'd have to rewatch it. I don't know.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I don't know who Linkar is or anything.
Linkar is actually a good guy. He didn't write it. He was just acting.
Yeah.
I think, was he horrified by it too?
Yeah, he was horrified. Like, the scene involved, like, Linkara locking the door and then slowly turning to nostalgic chick and giving a look only a guy with a fedora and glasses could.
It was, now that I'm remembering it, it was kind of...
But so he shot it and he did what they said and he acted it out, but then he was horrified afterwards.
I think it was beforehand, like when he was reading the script, he was like, I don't want to fucking do this, but he did it anyway.
Yeah.
I guess people were more upset not because in the actual plot of the story it isn't like a rape scene, but because it looks a lot like it. I guess that's why people are upset.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well.
Anyway.
Okay. Cade, what do you want to talk about now?
Please, for the love of God, change the topic.
Let's talk about water bottles.
They're a complete ripoff.
All right, everyone, here's a public service announcement.
If you're drinking a water bottle right now, pour it out.
A Basement Boys public service announcement or a BBPSA. Dasani is the worst bottled water brand. If you drink it, stop. Drink Ice Mountain. Thank you.
I agree with drinking Ice Mountain, but why is Dasani bad?
It's not the worst. Wait, does LaCroix come in bottles?
LaCroix isn't.
LaCroix is not water.
LaCroix isn't
water. I know
water.
you're from like that area, like the West area where they drink the LaCroix, but it is not water.
I have what? Wait, LaCroix is Midwest thing, right?
It's flavored seltzer water. It's not the same thing as just normal.
It's not actual water.
It's not just bottled spring water.
I saw a video by that one guy where it was like, I can't remember his fucking name, but you would know him if I showed you his face, you'd recognize him. He makes a lot of really short videos, and one was like LA people when it rains. And he's just like, is that LaCroix?
Yeah, him.
Is that LaCroix falling from the sky?
Yeah, it's like Pro ZD, right?
Yeah, he's so fucking good.
He's like the actually good Viner.
I agree. Except for there's no Vine anymore, so it's all his YouTube channel now.
Or TikTok, I guess. He could make a TikTok.
You should go watch his videos. They're very funny.
You've probably heard of him.
But if you haven't, then you should go watch him. But yeah, basically, if you guys haven't had LaCroix before, take like any good flavored beverage. I'm going to choose like orange juice, for example. Bring the flavor down to 1% of its original flavor, and the rest is just mediocre water, and then carbonate it, and that's LaCroix.
Wait, my favorite explanation is like LaCroix's just bubble water, but someone in a random room yelled a random fruit name.
Wait, what?
Someone in a random room yelled a random fruit name.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
That's my favorite explanation.
Yeah, it just has like the most smallest hint of flavor. If you have any less flavor, you wouldn't be able to taste it. And for some reason, all those West Coasters, they love drinking that stuff, but I personally do not like it.
I've never had it, to be honest. I thought it was alcoholic just because of the name.
It's organic, bro.
I don't know if it is. And it's mostly water, but I don't know. Might have some artificial flavors here and there, if you can even call it flavor. It's just kind of like you're serving somebody like a glass of water, and then like you go take a drink of like your drink, and like a little drop of it like accidentally falls in their glass, and you're like here you go, and they drink it and like, oh, this is great. What is this? And you're like, it's just water, and they're like, no, it's something else, and that's how LaCroix was invented.
I remember, okay, have you guys, I swear to God this existed, but I'm the only one who remembers it, and it drives me nuts to this day. Reese's had like a chocolate bar one time, like an actual bar. I vividly remember this. And it wasn't like a normal chocolate bar. It was like a granola bar, and it had like a weird peanut thing on it, and it was like white with like, or like white/tan with like a brown bottom. I swear to God this existed, and it was so good.
Never heard of it.
Have either of you ever had that?
I have not heard of that, no.
It was so good, and it doesn't exist anymore. I swear it existed.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell, Chief.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah, I know it existed.
And basically, fuck you. Okay, wait, hold on. Harry, you brought up an important point where Joe said Reese's and you said Reese's.
Yes.
It's Reese's.
No, it's
Actually,
Reese's.
no, the correct pronunciation is Reese's.
I will say Reese's to the day I fucking die.
Have you never heard the Reese's Puffs rap?
Reese's Puffs.
Reese's Puffs. Reese's.
Peanut butter chocolate flavor.
Okay, you got me there. I'll give you that. But
Yeah.
still.
The guy's name is Reese, and it's Reese's Puffs.
Kyle Reese.
There you go. And
I missed that commercial.
One,
That was a
one-
good
one-
commercial.
one Reese's product that I got, I got it from my girlfriend last Valentine's Day, I believe.
Wait, you got her a Reese's for
No, wait.
Valentine's Day?
No. I got it. Or no, it wasn't Valentine's Day, was it? Yeah, it was. It was Valentine's Day. She got me like the 2-pack of like the Reese's cups, but they're like huge. Like there's like each piece is like 32 ounces. Don't quote me on that, but they are like probably like half a foot in diameter or 5 inches in diameter.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I want one of those.
I
bro.
ate one of those. I wanted to die. The flavor is so rich. It's so peanut buttery and so chocolatey in such a large magnitude that you can only have like a bite or two before you start to feel sick.
It's like the Game Grumps gummy bear.
Oh yeah, I knew about that before. Like I saw their video because there's this one YouTube channel that just has all that shit on there that like sell it. It all comes like from a specific website, and I wanted one for the longest time. And I never got one.
You
Wait,
should probably thank your lucky stars you didn't get
Wait,
one.
a gummy bear or the Reese's?
It's like a gummy bear, but it's like the size of your head.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
There used to be, I don't know why I watched it. It was a complete, at the time I thought, oh man, all this stuff is cool. There was this one YouTube channel, I don't know if it exists anymore. It was called like Fat19, I think.
That sounds familiar.
And it was just like, they would just sell, it was literally just like a YouTube channel for a website that just sold a bunch of weird shit.
Yep, that sounds
And it was
familiar.
all just advertising, but I watched it like all the time because it was like, oh, this is weird and cool.
The only thing that sticks in my memory about it was Dan just taking like the half severed head.
Oh, yeah,
and just like, why won't you die?
Yeah, just hitting the table, just like, die!
Yeah, the Game Grumps, they tried to eat one, and they had like little mini plastic spoons, I mean forks, and they tried to cut into it, and it was pretty much impossible.
Yeah.
Because it's a chunky substance,
It's like cutting a diamond.
pretty much. Do you guys want sicko mode or Mobamba?
Never have those words come from your mouth.
I don't know what. I don't know
again.
what. You know,
Please.
I don't know why I said
Cade.
that. That just randomly popped in my head, and I thought I'm going to say this. And as I said it, I was like, "Stop saying this."
I think Cade might be turning. He might be turning. We need to leave.
I'd rather take Crazy Frog.
What the fuck is Crazy Frog?
You've never seen the video for Crazy Frog?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
It's like the gray like steampunk frog that's just
Oh, yeah, I think this sounds very... Yeah.
yeah.
It's the worst thing known to man.
yeah, pretty much.
It caused World War II.
Yeah. Everyone knows Crazy Frog, who was born in 1919. He whispered in Hitler's ear, and he's like, "That's not a bad idea."
If you look at any picture of Hitler, if you zoom in and enhance on the background, you will see Crazy Frog.
There he is.
It's his stand.
Yeah.
Wait, who is it? Hitler's stand to summon Crazy Frog, or Crazy Frog's stand to summon Hitler?
It's Hitler's stand.
Everyone knows that JoJo killed Hitler in 1945.
Isn't Jesus
With a
like
stand.
an actual?
Jesus
Jesus
is a
thing?
JoJo in.
Jesus is a JoJo character, right?
What?
Like he appears
in
in JoJo or something.
All right. Spoiler warning.
Spoilers for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is a good anime, and you should watch it.
Spoilers for JoJo Part 7. Read the manga, you fucking plebs. But
All the weebs are just flocking to us now.
but yeah, it's kind of implied that Jesus was the first stand user.
Oh my!
Don't they like find his eye or something?
They find his. Okay, the thing about Jesus is
Jesus.
yeah.
Jesus.
In part 7, the thing about Jesus is that his corpse can give you stand powers.
Oh my!
So if you find his
The
left
way you
arm,
worded
it
that.
will meld with your arm and give you a stand.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's
That's not as bad as
The Beyblade.
yeah Moses parting the Red Sea with a Beyblade.
I love that.
Beyblades have been used throughout history.
Yeah, if you guys didn't know,
Beyblade, ready,
if you guys didn't
Shut your
know,
mouth.
if you guys don't remember, in the Beyblade show, like they basically based every major biblical moment in history. They centered it around Beyblades.
Wait.
Moses, he had a Beyblade.
Wait,
Peter, he had a Beyblade.
Wait, multiple biblical things? I thought it was just Moses.
They showed multiple people.
Oh, did they show fucking Jesus playing Beyblades?
I don't know if they'd go that far, but
Oh, my while we're on the topic of Beyblade, my
I'm scared where
all-time
this is going.
favorite Beyblade scene is when this business evil guy who's very clearly just a dick, he's
Gonna be the
eating
bad guy.
pizza and he's just like, you know,
yeah, Joker. What'd you say?
pizza is it's so much more civilized to eat pizza with a fork and knife rather than one's hands. he's just like, and this orange juice goes perfectly with the tangy tomato sauce.
Did he pour orange juice on his pizza?
No, he just took a sip and he said that. It's
Oh, that's definitely a villain. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you didn't know he was a villain
I
yet,
agree.
then he's a villain.
but he just says this with complete seriousness.
I like to imagine.
You know,
I'm
Batman.
assuming he was talking to someone, but I like to imagine there's just no one around. He's just saying it out loud.
He
to
kind
himself.
of was. It was
Just crickets.
Well, everyone talks to themselves in anime. There's so much like internal monologues and external monologues.
Yeah, but that won't. They usually serve a purpose. This was just like, I am an idiot.
You know, Batman, I like to eat my pizza
With
with
pineapples.
with a fork and a knife. And I like to dip my pizza into a glass of chocolate milk because I just don't give a flying frick.
That's the second podcast in a row out of 2 that we've brought the Joker into this.
The Joker is a recurring character. He's actually waiting outside. He's the 4th member, but we're never going to let him in.
we locked the door, so he's kind of just been staring at us through the window for a little while.
Yeah. He has a knife.
Harry, go make. Hey, Joker, no, Joker, you're not allowed. And for God's sake,
Get out of here and we'll call Chad.
Joker, this place is very well insulated. How can you smell us? I took a shower this morning.
Joker, the spit's going on for way too long.
Joker, we're not funny. Anyway, you guys, on that hilarious note, I think this is a better time than
You
ever.
can leave now.
This is a better time than ever to wrap up the second episode of the Basement Boys podcast. That was,
my.
This has not been a good episode, I don't think.
pretty much all we did was just talk about shows and YouTubers.
Do we want to upload this?
Yeah.
Well, really, you want to do another hour of this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Like I said earlier, if you have any suggestions for stuff you want us to talk about, because, dear God, we need ideas. Let us know in the comments, and depending on how offensive or political they are, we may or may not talk about them. And don't like our videos. Don't subscribe. Don't go to audible.com/thebasementboys. And also, don't not vaccinate your kids. I brought it full circle. Thanks for watching, you guys.
See you around.